Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to the part 2 of the Valorant Beginner Guide. Today we're going to be talking about pre-aiming, crosshair placement, and also swinging around corners. Alright, so we're going to be talking about pre-aiming. Essentially what pre-aiming is your crosshair is going to be at the angle that you're going to be clearing before you even expose yourself to that angle. And just to kind of show you an example of it, I have Raze over here sitting cubby, and cubby is a very, very common angle to hold B long. So he's already has his crosshair at my head and looking in my direction. So if I swing out and I expose myself and my crosshair is not on his body, I'm at an immediate disadvantage and he has the better chance of killing me. But if I'm close to the wall right here, my crosshair is in that general vicinity. I swing out, my crosshair is already on him, that all I have to do is pull the trigger and my shots are going to start connecting with him. That is what pre-aiming is, and now we're going to be talking about crosshair placement. All right, so crosshair placement is where your crosshair is sitting on the person's body. So pre-aiming, you're looking where the person is sitting, but your crosshair placement dictates where you're going to hit him when you pull the trigger, and everybody knows headshots are the way to go. This is what I see a lot of lower elo players do, is when they're kind of running around a corner, their crosshairs are kind of aiming at the ground. So when they get exposed to somebody, they have to completely rely on their aim and then snap onto their head and get the kill. While if the other person had better crosshair placement and pre-aiming, you're probably gonna die, dude. So he's gonna be holding B long right here. So he's over here holding B long from garden. This is a very common spot. A lot of snipers like to do it, riflers do it as well, but this is a common angle to hold B long as a defender. A good way to just keep in mind your crosshair placement is I can see where teleporter is right now. We all see that the ground is right here. So I'm gonna raise my crosshair to where I think his head is. I'm gonna now pre-aim where he is standing, and I'm gonna swing out and just be ready to shoot at his head. Just like this. And I'm gonna do it one more time. Just like this. And this. See, my crosshair's on his head, and then listen. When your crosshair's on his head, you shoot one bullet and he's dead. So in my first video, I talked about movement. I talked about strafing. I talked about counter strafing, jiggle peeking, wide swinging, and whatnot. You need to implement all of the skills from this video and last video, or every time you swing on an angle. Boom, just like that. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly jiggle this shit in garage and get a one tap. Told you.
GG.
Called it.
GG.
Called it. So if you look at this pink line that's above me right here, this is just to show you guys that I'm already aiming at head level before I even expose myself to the angle. And then using what I learned in the first part of the series, counter strafing and swinging on corners, I got the timing down of when I need to be shooting when I counter strafe. So my first and only bullet went straight and it connected with their face for the nice one tap. So I've gotten a couple questions along the lines of like, so do Kovacs and aim labs and those aim trainers help with this? And what do I need to do to get better at this? So what I would say is if you are peeking an angle, regardless of the angle, you need to mentally condition yourself that an enemy might be there. You're going to be more mentally aware and prepared to shoot if someone is there. So what I mean by this is, let's say you're making a rotation to the other site and you have no idea where the enemies are, and then there's one standing right there and he just kills you because you aren't ready. You're not looking in his direction. Your crosshair isn't ready to shoot him in the face. You're just running, looking at the ground, and then you die. But if you mentally condition yourself that an enemy might be there, when you're rotating over to the other side, you're going to be pre-aiming. You're going to be mindful of your crosshair placement when you're going to be clearing this angle right here in case if there's someone there, and then you keep moving on. And honestly, when it comes to practice it, you just need to go around the map and just pre-aim everything. And the more you do it, the better you'll get. So let's say you have poor crosshair placement. You know that people like to sit here and mark it and watch vent. Sometimes with a sniper, sometimes with a rifle. It doesn't really matter. So you're pre-aiming it, you swing out, look, my crosshair is missing the location, just adjusted my crosshair to the exact location that I want it, and now my hand is not touching the mouse. I'm gonna move away from this spot, and I'm taking mental notes of where I'm looking right now. So just to show you guys, I'm gonna move my crosshair around just so I'm showing you guys that like I've kind of taken those mental notes of where my crosshair needs to be, and now I'm gonna expose myself, and my crosshair is in the right spot. So that's just kind of what you need to do to practice, is just honestly go around every single angle and expect somebody to be there. And after time of you practicing it, it's just going to get better and better. And there, honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. There is no easy way around this. This is something that's meticulous. This is something that that's honestly not as enjoyable, but turn on some music, go have some fun with it. When you guys are playing this game, I just want you to think, what is the easiest way I can kill somebody? And that's if you're already ready for it. So when you're about to peek an angle, keep in mind that the enemy might be there and I want to be more prepared than he is. So just to go over what we kind of discussed, pre-aiming is you're aiming at the area that you're going to peek before you expose yourself to the angle, so you're already ready to kill the person. While crosshair placement is making sure that your crosshair is head level when you expose yourself to the angle as well. So once you get these mechanics down in the first video and the second video, I'm telling you guys, you will notice a very big difference in your play. It is not fun. This part of the game is not as enjoyable as everything else, but this is a core mechanic of the game. I recommend taking some time every day to practice for just a couple weeks, and then you'll notice a very big difference in how you play. All right, Sandman is out, guys. I appreciate it.